Hey man,
Oh,
is it true?
Hey, it's so true.
Wait, you made the vaccine.
I made the vaccine, low key.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, but like, I'm like saved from like the bubonic plague, bro.
Yeah,
like, bro.
That was the whole
Not gonna
point.
lie, I can have kids now.
Yeah.
Kids? You want to have kids?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow. I also agree with you, rich white man. I'm also glad that Edward Jenner's also invented the vaccine and ended the bubonic plague. I'm so very happy that now you can mass reproduce and have as many babies as you want and have reliable medicines in order to take care of your kids. I'm so happy and I completely agree with all of your points. And I believe that if you keep on doing this, then we're all going to be very happy and we're all going to have enough food. But that is the problem. We're not going to have enough food. And babies. So basically, the Malthusian theory is how Thomas Malthus explained population growth and population decline. Thomas Malthus himself was an Anglican minister, member of the clergy, and extremely important early economist. And his whole shebang was that he dealt with the relationship between people and the earth. This was all around the time where in 1797, the bubonic plague that's been beating up the countries for like the past decades just kind of went away, thanks to the work of Edward Jenner's inventing the vaccine, getting rid of smallpox, and allowing people to live longer. This, of course, created a period where people were very optimistic about new technologies making life better, but a little bit too optimistic because there was a sudden spike in birth population, meaning people were having too many babies, and Thomas Malthus absolutely lost his marbles. An example of this is where he stated that he saw the growing number of poor people on the street, and he did what any reasonable thinker would do, and analogized them to rabbits. Nice. These were the same forces that checked the population of rabbits would end up limiting humans too. Predators, harsh weather, epidemics, and starvation, and came to the conclusion that uncontrolled reproduction was a central problem. This was also in the context of rabbits, so just take it with a grain of salt. This was all documented in a book that he created in 1798, an essay on principle of population. The book analyzed the relationship between natural resource use, particularly agricultural output plus growing population, and concluded that society was on a path towards mass destruction. Because of 2 points. First, food is a necessity for life. And second, passion between sexes is a constant. This all also occurred during the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, causing a massive explosion of population. Because of 1, birth rates were slowly increasing. Second, death rates were falling sharply because of new medicines that were introduced that help people live longer.
Scientists were very skeptical on the legitimacy of the Malthusian theory since it was first published. Malthus believed that the population increased arithmetically, which means it grew steadily by a similar amount each generation. In contrast, people would not limit the number of children they would have, so the population would grow exponentially, which would lead him to believe the amount of population growth we would be doomed, since we would run out of food quickly. The population was growing geometrically, and the food supply was growing arithmetically. If people did not limit the population growth voluntarily, Malthus believed that famine or widespread and mass starvation would limit it in turn, which would lead to war, plague, and more. Looking at this chart of the Malthusian theory, we would see that the curve grows faster than resources. At the point of crisis, the population exceeds the carrying capacity. Alternatively, the famines that Malthus predicted did not occur. This was because the food production increased dramatically and faster than he predicted, as Malthus did not live to see the dramatic improvements in agricultural technologies revolutionized food production. And the second factor is that fertility dropped. Malthus was incorrect in his prediction that population would continue its steady path. In the years he wrote his essay, fertility rates dropped in all regions of the world.
Some scientists believe that an increasing pop could improve the situation. Esther Boserup was a Danish economist, and he emphasized the positive aspects of a large pop. The Boserup theory suggested that the more people there are equals more hands to work, then more mouths to feed. Boserup also argued that as the pop increases, more pressure is placed on existing agricultural systems, which stimulates invention, resulting in more food production. The widespread starvation that Malthus feared had not even happened yet. There are people called neo-Malthusians who accept this theory as correct today. He argued that the pop growth is a serious problem currently and an even greater threat for the future. For example, regional scale places like
the Sahel region in Africa, and the transition between Sahara and the grasslands can represent a Malthusian scenario. The regional population over there is expected to triple over the next 30 years and is suffering with political instability, poverty, food shortages, and dramatic climate changes because of the growing population. And neo-Malthusians point out that the continued population growth will lead to depletion of non-renewable resources such as petroleum and metals, pollution of air and water, and shortages of food, issues leading to social, political, economic, and environmental catastrophes that will occur in their lifetime.